From the gym to the scale and even our plates, there's always a new trend on the horizon. Welcome to this special edition of Your Life, Your Health, a new you. And good evening. For the next half hour, we're focusing on a new you, helping you live your healthiest life.
With so many trending diet and exercise plans, it's hard to know which one you can actually trust. In fact, one study shows 8 out of 10 people say they feel confused about which foods they should or should not eat.
So tonight, we dive into some of these new fads to see just, well, how they stack up.
And that's where we start with this Your Life, Your Health special. Many fear that eating fat might also make you fat.
However, Mike Hedrick follows a man who's proved otherwise.
So I'm having a pan-seared New York steak.
With added butter. Now, Dave Anderson is not afraid of fat.
Probably about 50 to 60 grams.
In one meal.
The calories from the fat in this meal will be very filling and satiating.
Yet as he has pounded the fat, he's dropped the pounds.
He was a little fat.
His 6-year-old twins will be the first to tell you.
I thought he looked kind of fat.
All the stress of twins, his dad passing away.
360 pounds.
He just spiked really high, and I know I was really worried about him.
But that all changed when he heard about keto.
He was posting pictures of eating these huge piles of bacon and eggs, and well, I like bacon and eggs.
Dave's tried every diet in the books.
I've done a super low-calorie, low-fat diet, stay under 1,000 calories, just crazy stuff that was terrible.
Even gave the Atkins diet a run.
Along with 30 million other people.
But Dave says keto, this high-fat, low-carb diet, is different.
I fill up quick, and I'm full for many, many hours.
His body relies on fat instead of sugar as a fuel source. He's lost 100 pounds, represented by this photo of him holding 100 pounds of sugar.
The best part of this for me is that I feel better.
And he thinks clearer.
How much sharper I was able to concentrate.
You're so fast.
My knees were so beat up that kneeling on the floor was excruciating. I couldn't keep up with 2 4-year-olds. They'd run me into the ground.
Intermountain Healthcare's Emily Liberts says there are some benefits to the diet.
It encourages limiting those more processed foods that don't have as many nutrients in them.
However, she says it is not sustainable.
It's not healthy to be in ketosis that long. It's just kind of your backup system.
And is dangerous to cut out entire food groups.
You cut out vitamins and minerals that are in those, you're not going to get as much riboflavin or thiamine.
Dave would argue differently.
I cut out the foods that raise my insulin, which tells my body to store fat. Find out for yourself. There's so much information out there, so many published studies.
He says it's changed his life.
Better than ever. I feel 20 years younger.
He has more energy for the kids and the honey-do list and stuff like that.
Being able to pick them up and toss them around and all that fun stuff. Do you like that?
Mike Hedrick, KSL 5 News.
Nice job, Dave. Now, Libert advises people to watch out for diets promising quick fixes and restricting calories below 1,200.
I heard more energy for the honey-do list. That's a true
too.
benefit. Hey, finding time to work out can be challenging for a lot of people, but for this next craze, workout time is no excuse.
It's called a high-intensity interval training. News specialist Heather Simonson put short workouts to the test.
It's hard. It's not like your regular squats.
For busy mother Elena Driggs,
all I can think of is the burn right here in these muscles.
time is a hot commodity.
And when I heard about the 15-minute a week, I was, what?
She and her husband Mike jumped on a new trend.
I'm always on the road, travel a lot, but I can fit in once a week.
They work out at Swift Fitness in Bountiful, part of a national franchise. The machines pack a punch in a short amount of time. Moving slowly, they cause resistance in both directions.
One, yeah.
I tried it, and it's not easy.
You can definitely feel it. It's intense, but good.
Owner Doug Kobabe opened the gym to fight his own struggles with obesity.
I do it once a week for 15 minutes. You walk in and then you wobble out because it works the muscles very well.
Science supports the idea. A recent study in the Journals of Gerontology suggests short, intense workouts may help people of any age become healthier. Scientists studied old mice running uphill on treadmills for 10 minutes 3 times a week and found they can endure high-intensity interval training and gain fitness and strength quickly, even if they start off feeble. Short, intense workouts may be a way to vary your exercise and achieve new goals. For Elena,
it works. It really works. You can see the results.
The short workouts have a lasting effect. Heather Simonson, KSL 5 News.
Heather, thanks. Tonight we're joined by an exercise therapist, Intermountain Healthcare's Libby Shannonhouse. Thank you for joining us today. Now, when I heard that workout, you know, I mean, intensity and strength training, that's all very good, but it was the 15 minutes that caught me off guard. Is that really enough? It counters everything you've read.
Well, the idea of the high-intensity training is the idea of you can do in a shorter amount of time and get more credit, as they say. But in reality, 15 minutes in a week solely by itself really ideally isn't enough. It's generally in combination with another, maybe 2 more days a week of somewhat high-intensity training or more cardio training in the week. But the American College of Sports Medicine recommends for the high-intensity 3 times a week of about 20 minutes. But, you know, if it's all you have and all you can do, it's still better.
Okay, so it's better than nothing. But you said also that you wouldn't advise that kind of high intensity for somebody who's not doing anything.
Right. You need a baseline of fitness before you start. And so I would recommend even 4 to 6 weeks, if not a little bit more, of moderate intensity training for about, you know, at least 3 times a week, preferably something cardio with light strength training before you jump into a high intensity workout.
On the other end of the scale, what interested me about this is for the cardio junkies who like to run for an hour or 2, this high-intensity training maybe has the potential to give you other benefits.
Right. I mean, speed training is always a benefit. I mean, as we see as we age, we actually lose a little bit more of that ability to maintain and work those fast-twitch fibers. But those people who train it not so much regularly but consistently and, you know, at least once a week or here and there do maintain that very well. And if you're a competitive athlete, it's definitely going to make a difference in your ability to push a little faster, push a little harder, especially near the end of the race. And also it'll help bring up your, what they call your anaerobic threshold, which is that ability to run at a higher intensity but without going anaerobic, where you would lose energy to continue.
So I think what I'm hearing, mixing it up, moderation, all of this is, and frequent, maybe even shorter.
Right.
Liva, thank you for your help. We appreciate it. Dave?
Still to come, why one woman gave up breakfast with her kids in the name of health.
My 6-year-old at the time said, "Mom, do I have to start weighing my Lucky Charms?"
The final straw for a dieting mother of 4 girls.
Welcome back. Another diet trend on the horizon is simply going without food.
Intermountain Healthcare is on a mission to see if intermittent fasting is just another weight loss fad or actually a healthy practice. New specialist Lori Pritchard follows one woman who put it to the test.
Diana Jensen is a nurse and a busy mom of 3.
Take the whole thing off.
She's constantly serving others. But when her doctor saw unusual test results,
my numbers were looking kind of pre-diabetic, and that had me concerned.
She decided to do something for herself, especially with a family history of diabetes.
My father's actually was a type 2 diabetic, and so I didn't want to follow down that same course. I wanted to see if I could change that.
How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Diana signed up for a trial sponsored by Intermountain Medical Center to see if intermittent fasting could improve her health. It's called the Wonderful Trial.
I just really was curious to see if, like, the numbers, that, you know, if it would actually, fasting would actually improve how my blood numbers looked.
With doctor supervision, she fasted 24 hours, about once a week, for 6 months.
It's hard.
A nurse took her baseline measurements and tracked her progress along the way.
You don't realize, you know, how many things are involved with around eating.
Like missing Sunday breakfast.
It was just really confusing for me. I'm like, when is this gonna end?
Her kiddos tried to tempt her.
We're just like, hey, Mom, you want some cinnamon rolls?
But Diana proved faithful.
And then my numbers showed that too, because my numbers improved. My labs, yeah.
She discussed her results with Dr. Benjamin Horn, who's conducting the study. Diana was the perfect candidate.
So we're looking at pre-diabetics or people with some type of metabolic or cardiovascular concern.
At the conclusion, she found her cholesterol and blood glucose levels did in fact improve. Dr. Horn is hoping to find similar results for everyone.
To make sure that they don't get these dread diseases, chronic diseases that plague our society today.
And if fasting is an alternative to stronger medications.
Totally worth it, yeah.
And her kids agree.
Be healthy and do more things with us, like play basketball.
Lori Pritchard, KSL 5 News.
Oh, finally.
Lori, thank you. If you have one of these risk factors that you see here on the screen, you could help Intermountain Healthcare finish the study.
Visit intermountainhealthcare.org to learn more about how you can join the trial. Now, the opposite of working out, sitting for hours on end. We know that doesn't help our waistlines, but a new UCLA study shows sitting can actually be dangerous for our brains. Researchers found a sedentary lifestyle leads to thinning of the brain, the part that develops memories. They say moving more could protect people against dementia and Alzheimer's disease. So moving is important to health, but health isn't just about blood tests and numbers.
It's called body image discrepancy, and when there is a difference between what we think we should look like and what we actually look like.
New specialist Brooke Walker explains how this hit home for one Utah mom.
Careful, sisters. Chantel and Steve Green's 4 little girls, aged 9 to 2, are their life.
Those girls are like just the best thing to ever happen to me. They are my reason for living.
And the girls look up to Mom. That is why she's throwing away her scale and no longer dieting.
I literally walked my scale out to my dumpster one day and tossed it and said, see ya, and I never looked back.
But it took her almost 30 years to get there.
After I had Mackley, who's my 4-year-old, I was probably up to 180, 190 pounds.
She counted points, kept track of calories, and exercised a lot.
I was working out 45 minutes a day in the morning and then 90 minutes every night.
The weight came off, but
I had this mind switch that I still had 20 pounds to go, and I wasn't gonna be happy until I lost that 20 pounds.
Losing weight became a game to Chantel, even cutting her food portions in half.
I would miss friends' nights, I would miss dinner nights, I wouldn't eat dinner with my kids, I couldn't eat what they were having.
But it was when her kids started mimicking her behavior, she knew she needed a new mind switch.
I was weighing out my granola one morning, and my 6-year-old at the time said, Mom, do I have to start weighing my Lucky Charms?
Chantel decided she was done.
Done weighing, done tracking, couldn't do it anymore.
Intermountain Healthcare social worker Reva Cook says getting our body and our mind on the same page isn't easy.
And I think it takes a lot of guts and a lot of courage to stand up to that and be aware of that internalization.
The key, Cook says, is recognizing those extremes and setting realistic expectations about what is healthy.
We can get this message that our body is the most important thing. Well, it's not. Our life is the most important thing. Your body helps you live your life.
And that's exactly what Chantel is doing.
A good one.
Focusing on what the girls can do with their healthy bodies, like dance and athletics, and actually eating with the family.
It's just a healthy lifestyle. It's a good thing how much better of a mom you can be when you're not hangry.
Brooke Walker, KSL 5 News.
Yeah, that is a good thing. Thanks, Brooke. Intermountain Healthcare is hosting a special workshop on body positivity. The class is at Utah Valley Hospital's Live Well Center on Tuesday, May 24th.
I was like 345 pounds when I wore this.
Still ahead, the secret to how one woman lost nearly half her weight and stayed healthy. With so many fad diets promising easy, quick weight loss, it can be hard to know who to trust.
In tonight's Your Life, Your Health special, Ashley Moser met one woman who instead changed her entire lifestyle.
Andrea Frederick is an avid runner. She averages 20 miles a week and has finished 3 races. But that hasn't always been the case.
I was like 345 pounds when I wore this.
In fact, she used to be nearly twice her size.
I couldn't run at 300 and whatever, 30, 40 pounds. You can't because your body hurts. It feels, dark and lonely and cold. And you want escape out.
She battled depression and anxiety.
Playing the victim of being fat and overweight, and I can't do any of this, and I'm sad, and I just want to eat because I love food.
Her husband is a professional chef.
We just started enjoying going out to eat, and that was really fun.
She says it was the perfect combination for gaining weight. She hit rock bottom when she realized she wasn't the mom she could be.
Before, she used to just sleep all day and eat junk food.
2 years ago, her mom offered to pay for her to join Weight Watchers.
And I was like, oh shoot, like now I have no excuse.
Her attitude changed when she lost more than 3 pounds in her first week.
I knew it, and I believed that I really could do it.
She started out simple, going for walks and changing her diet.
All right, who wants carrots and broccoli? I'm being more mindful of what I'm putting in her food and my food to make it easier for all of us. Enjoy dinner, guys.
And now she opts for a salad at her favorite wings restaurant.
So you're adding in all the healthy stuff, but then you're still getting the taste of biting into a wing.
A year later, she'd lost 60 pounds, then started training for races. She credits her sister as her motivation.
Crossing the finish line with her meant so much to me because she's always been the one that could go ahead.
And 6 months later, she'd lost another 50. Andrea did it through sheer grit and discipline.
Fad diets will always be in and out because they don't work. I've tried them all.
Her secret?
I tell people there is no secret.
Andrea is 16 pounds away from her goal of losing more than 150 pounds. She plans to hit it this Mother's Day.
I'm proud of her for losing weight and being a good mom.
I know what feels good versus what tastes good.
Andrea is a new woman.
Where she was to how she is now, different person. Totally different person.
You can tell when someone smiles and they're really, really, truly happy.
And she's gearing for her first full marathon in October. Awesome.
That is awesome. We'll be right back. Before you set your new goals for your own health and fitness plan, we leave you with a few staggering numbers. The CDC says about 70% of Americans are overweight, but only 9% of Americans eat enough fruits and vegetables each day. Still, a market research firm found 97 million of us Americans are on a diet and paying for it. We're expected to fork out about 70 billion this year in an effort to lose the pounds.
So before jumping on the latest trend, don't underestimate the power of eating right and being active. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back here at 10.